what we saw in this space as it was developing were players, which is great, and they've done a great job, is sourcing demand direct from advertisers and agencies, and then walking into publishers and perhaps signing an IO and providing demand for a single unit, an Outstream unit. Our approach is, as the conversation between publishers and consumers and advertisers is changing with ad clutter, ad blocking, we think it's very powerful to bring Outstream video as a new format, new creative format to change user experiences, but put the control in the publisher's hands. Give them a platform, and we call ourselves an SSP for Outstream. Give them a platform where they can choose among 15 different types of Outstream units. Set conditions from viewability, skippability, audio controls. When does the ad collapse? After how much time? You know, can they X out of something? Can they mouse? Does audio come on when they mouse over? Does audio ever come on? So things like that put power into the publisher's hands, so that they can control that experience and kind of change the conversation with the user. We have a lot of different flavors, different units. So we'll have a typical, what's now typical in Outstream is an in-read unit. So that could be between paragraphs, but it could also be at the top. It could be at the bottom. Our flavors then change where you could have, when it goes out of view, it could detach to the bottom corner of the page. You can make changes so that there's a static image at the end of the ad so that the page doesn't move. Then we have things like interstitials, which have been around for a while. We have our own proprietary unit called a coffee break unit, which is, we call it a reverse interstitial. When a user has been inactive on a page for whatever time you want, 10, 15 seconds, then the interstitial would come up, but not come up while they're actually, you know, on the page reading and moving around. We have formats for the right rail of a page that can either be sticky with the right rail or can detach when it's out of view. And then we do these types of formats also for mobile, of course. So a lot of different kind of options and opportunities. We have a slider, of course, that can come in from the bottom left, bottom right, different player sizes, so you could have small, medium, large. So a lot of different options for those publishers.
So what's the medium? I mean, is it primarily 30-second pre-roll type, or is there longer form, or what do you have now, and what do you anticipate in terms of the media?
We let the publisher choose what types of length of the video ads coming through, but we think what's ideal are 15-second spots, right? We don't, you know, we all believe that, you know, the users aren't going to really necessarily stay for a 30-second spot, especially if they don't have to. With in-stream, they might be forced to do that. With Outstream, they're on a page, you want to capture their attention with a great message. Again, let's assume it's between paragraphs. Keep it 10 or 15 seconds, have that big brand impact, but kind of understand that they can move away from it at any time because they're not attached to video content. So you want to kind of like treat them with respect, have a powerful message come in there, but in a very kind of short burst of time. So ConvertMedia, we do not sell direct to advertisers or agencies. We have built, in the definition of an SSP, is we've plugged in programmatic demand. So we work with the video SSPs and increasingly a lot of video DSPs. And in fact, what's really new for us and is continuing to ramp up is that we have started to get a lot of interest from DSPs who want to integrate directly with us. They could be buying our inventory already through one of the SSPs, but now they see such value, they're hearing demand directly from their advertisers for more transparency into Outstream units, where they're buying, what the publishers they're buying on, being able to kind of like do private marketplace deals and to get closer access to our publishers because they know that we have these direct relationships with publishers. So a lot of new demand partners are coming on as we continue, of course, on the publisher development side to rapidly grow there as well.
Cool, and who are some of the new partners you can share with us?
So on the demand side, 3 great new direct integrations partners are TubeMogul, Videology, and even more recently, Index is integrating with us. And we see that as very powerful testament to what we're doing, and a lot of advertisers and agencies will be able to buy direct now through those partners, those DSP partners, and again, do even PMPs or deal IDs, which is very exciting to them.
And finally, Chris, we're heading to Cannes in about 10 days.
Exciting.
It's going to be exciting. We're going to speak to a lot of publishers on this very topic. What do you think is on their minds, and what do they need to solve? You know, what are you solving for them, or just generally, what's your take on the business?
I think it's, you know, we all know that. I think a great tie into what we're doing, just kind of everything's kind of coming together. Is they're thinking about the user experiences with advertisers constantly now, because especially of ad blocking. And I think that's actually helped our space with Outstream Video, because we have new ad formats that are higher yielding, higher paying, which means that as the publishers are thinking about how do they treat their users differently, given the frustration users might have with the current ad experiences, we bring to the table new formats, higher yields, and the ability and a platform for these publishers to embrace and say, okay, I need to reduce ad clutter on my pages, treat my users better. Here's one way. Outstream Video, ConvertMedia is allowing me to have pricing controls, video viewability controls, and a lot of different types of formats that I can choose from. So it's a very exciting time for publishers as they're rethinking how to be more creative with their content, intersecting with their users, intersecting with the advertisers.
And Chris, finally, you guys are a fairly new company, you're growing quickly. Yeah. Where do things stand in terms of the scope, maybe in terms of the number of publishers, or give us an idea about, you know, maybe some aspect of the volume of the work you're doing?
Yeah, we have, you know, we're well over, I think in Q4 we announced we had broken 100 direct publisher relationships. We're well north of that now, very exciting, and getting into a lot more tier 1 publishers. The largest publishers are now really, they take a lot longer thinking about how to embrace this, but we're doing a really great job there. And as I mentioned on the demand side, I think one trend that we are seeing that I just alluded to was a lot of PMP deals. Because of the transparency is there now, we have the buyers, the DSPs, and the agencies coming and saying, we want direct access to those specific units on these very high quality tier 1 publishers through ConvertMedia.